Hey guys, it's Oluchi for Ways Breakfast. Thanks for always tuning in. Our research has shown that you're probably not subscribed to our channel. What are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you never miss out on our latest content and stay in the loop with all things Ways. If the channel grows, it means more great content for you guys. So hit that subscribe button now.
Hello and welcome to What Are You Saying? Hashtag Ways, where we talk about topics in the news as it affects us all. I am Osayiwa Miss Sale, and today we have the birthday people in the house. Hello, the birthday girl.
Hello.
Hi, Alero.
Hi.
Unfortunately, the person we are supposed to be doing birthday with is not around.
She's not on set
Happy
today.
birthday, Shay.
Happy
Today is our own
birthday.
birthday. Your birthday was Sunday.
My birthday was
how,
on Sunday.
How does it feel like adding a +1 to your age?
I think
what they call her age
for
for
me,
national television.
I don't even care because people will be like, "Are you sure?" But I mean, adding +1 is for me. I just still look at myself as that 17 years old teenager. That probably that's
And
why
you now have the body.
I'm now dressing like them.
You should see how she's dressed.
I'm just like a schoolgirl. But I mean, for me, I think every year before this year, I always used to look at biological clock. You know, my dad, God rest his soul, he would have bought me George and reminding me that how far your bottom box. You know, your husband, I'm helping him. But this year is pretty different. I think this year is more like I'm grateful for health. I'm grateful for my loved ones and my family around me. I'm grateful to God that I'm doing everything that I've always wanted to do. I'm on TV. I mean, I'm on TV. That was something that I didn't think was going to happen, even though I studied mass communication. But I mean, I'm experiencing life the way I've always dreamed about. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I'm not stressing. So thank you guys for the birthday wishes.
Awesome.
And happy birthday, Shay.
Happy birthday, Shay.
It's always interesting that the people in Mascom, like, I don't know whether we just find ourselves there,
Right.
but that's why we keep running away from here.
So I didn't run away. It was Nigeria that did me. So again, another thing that we're all fighting for in this country. You go to the university, you study what you want to do, but when you come out, reality sets in. You have to take the job that pays you the most, or that pays you for you to support your family. So me, I actually just went to tech because media did not accept me at the time.
Yeah, so you're welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, Angie. How are you?
I'm good.
How was the traffic?
Okay. So that's not a good way to start. Let's backtrack. Well, it's been a wholesome day. I think the traffic just helped to, put it in a box.
To complete it for you.
Yes.
Well, how was your weekend, though? How has the week been for you?
The holiday was short, but I found a way to extend it a little bit. But it was actually quite restful. I saw myself partying all through. I don't know how. Like, it was from 01 bed to this, to an invitation, to an event, to this. So it was really nice and interesting. And then it ended with like a tennis tournament, which I won. And, things like that. So it's been going really well,
Really?
Yeah.
No,
And it's been a great day.
Mary will join us much later. She's still stuck in the traffic. So, yeah, that's it. We had a very long day today, but hey,
super long.
some good things are coming up. Yeah. So if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we have new shows coming up. Remember we talked to you about some relationship things, some partnership things. So they're all coming up very, very soon. So please go and click on the subscribe button and follow all our content. We have amazing content coming on this platform. All right, so it's our ladies' night out. This is a long overdue conversation, right? And we want to look at this PDD saga. You don't know who PDD is called? Puff Daddy. Right, his saga. And we're asking, is it exploitation or is the hunger for fame? Now we are focusing on the people that are his alleged victims, right? Is it that he was exploiting them, or it was as a result of their own hunger for fame that some of these things that we're hearing that are just absurd that occurred? And here's what we found as today's quote. It says, "The sexual abuse and exploitation of children is one of the most vicious crimes conceivable, a violation of mankind's most basic duty to protect the innocent." And this was from James Steele Welsh. Now, when we open our phone lines, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. But first, let's run off on a break. When we come back from that break, we want to see what we found in today's news. Nigeria, by extension, Africa, is faced with a lot of challenges.
With the growing youth population and very little engagement.
That is a ticking time bomb.
We're blessed people with a diverse culture who have a lot to say.
And yes, we are talking.
It is important we drive conversations that informs, inspires, and influences thoughts and actions.
If we say there is beauty in diversity, then let us embrace our diverse culture.
We must continue to courageously be the voice of transformation.
As we are the hope for the future,
yesterday's conversation shaped today.
What are you saying to shape your tomorrow?
We know you have a lot to say, and we are here to hear you. What are the things that would make Nigeria an easy place to do business in?
I think the first place for me where I would start is actually brand Nigeria. There's something you said about made in Nigeria products. I remember many years ago when the sort of Buy Nigerian movement started, right? It didn't happen overnight, but there was a conscientious effort, right, to get people to think Buy Nigeria. But I don't think it transcended beyond maybe the fashion industry, that sort of, it was only in certain sectors where Buy Nigerian actually, was able to take root. But today, you don't have confidence that you want to go and buy a Nigeria-made car. I remember at one point when the ride-hailing companies, I don't know which one of them, there was a whole flood of those innocent, small cars. Yes. You don't see any of them on the road anymore. So somebody asked the question around durability. We all know what our roads are like. We all know what drivers on the roads are like. And people ask themselves, what is the longevity of these vehicles, right?
All right, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is observed on the 1st of October through the 31st of October to raise awareness about breast cancer, promote early detection through regular screenings, and support those affected by the disease. Now it's time for educational campaigns, fundraising for research and community events. Many organizations host events like walks, run, educational seminars, wearing pink, sharing information on social media, and participating in local events are popular ways to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, the key goals of Breast Cancer Awareness Month includes educating the public, encouraging early detection, supporting research, and honoring survivors. Now, did you know that 1 in 8 women will hear the word you have breast cancer in their lifetime? That is a major, significant number. 1 in 8 women. So, and the beautiful thing about breast cancer is the fact that it doesn't have to be lethal, right? You don't have to die from it. If it's detected early, you understand, and those cancerous cells taken out, you should be fine. Yeah. So how many of us have gone for breast screening recently? Why is Mary looking at me with corner eye? Welcome, Mary, by the way. Why you look at me with corner eye? See the way she was just
No,
she was giving me bombastic side eye.
Now, what's the adjective now? What you say you, so I was looking like who is the you? Who is the you? But yeah, no, I haven't done. Have I ever done before? I don't even think so.
Really?
But I just know the one that you should do.
Which is what you should do now. You lift your hand, you use your 4 fingers, you comb through your breast, make sure that you're checking. There's a way you do that, and I think you're not supposed to do it immediately after your menstrual cycle.
Yeah,
because you're still full and all of that. I mean, Alera is looking at me. Have you screened your breast? Why you look? Hey,
I mean,
you have breast. You have breast.
I don't have. Anyway, I used to do it but not like regularly. I did the medical one. I think it was last year or so. I think they also do some type of pictures that they snap and all of those stuff. Yes, I did that, but I haven't actually done anyone this year. I think I should, but actually, like you said, prevention is way better.
Absolutely.
So it's just to get yourself checked to make sure that you're fine and healthy.
Because we all have breasts, you will not escape the question. NJ, have you?
Oh, no, even men too.
I think it's the same as Alera.
Yeah.
I had one done last year, but I haven't done this year, which is quite, because the year is almost at an end. So yeah, it's something that I think we should do regularly. Me supporting the women in pink and all that.
Because we need to check our breast too. We need to check it.
Yes, please.
But then again, there's somebody helping you to
check it.
To check it every day. They will notice a lump.
Yeah, because even
I don't want to tell you
I wasn't feeling well.
I don't have to.
There was a time I wasn't feeling well. That it was my boyfriend at the time that actually found out. My prolactin level was very high, and I was fine. All of a sudden, I was lactating, and there was no reason for it. So I went to the hospital, did some tests, and they said, "Oh, my prolactin level was high. Maybe it was food. Maybe it was some drugs that triggered it." And it was my significant other at the time.
It is where.
If not, I wouldn't have known.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, let's run through what we found in the news. We have an important gist today.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, tell me how you NJ.
Okay, so my news story is an outrage as a South African farmer kills 2 women, feeds them to pigs.
Oh my God.
The case of a black woman allegedly shot, or black women, 2 black women allegedly shot and fed to pigs by a white farmer and his workers has sparked widespread outrage in South Africa, BBC reports on Wednesday. Maria, 45, and Lucia, 34, were reportedly searching for food on the farm near Polokwane in Limpopo province when they were shot in August. Their bodies were allegedly fed to pigs in an attempt to conceal the crime. The court is currently deciding whether to grant bail to the farm owner Zachariah Jones, Olivia, 60, and 2 of his employees, who is 19 and 50, William and Adrian, as they await trial for murder. I think I'm just going to end there. So the story tells itself. I don't know for what reason. I don't know the intent. I don't know the motivation.
Were they considered trespassing? Well, we'll find out.
Yes, but there are different ways of...
They went to get food. So they said that they went to their farm to... I mean, maybe let's assume they were stealing. Yeah. But for anybody to go and kill, and then you now try to feed them to your pigs just to conceal the crime. I mean, I don't think it should be granted bail. I don't even know why it's in consideration. Why are you considering that somebody's family has been taken? Like, the reason why people even kill, like, are you not a human being? What if you were killed? Like, how would you feel?
I think that's very extreme.
That's
an extreme case. And I think the only reason why the court is considering it is because it's white. But I'm just going to leave it at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mary, quickly.
So what I have is basically Kate Henshaw posted a picture of herself just showing her outfits, and a dear Instagram user said that she should do better, they need to do better, and she's just like,
girl,
I stand with her because this is my outlook to everything. She's like, I'm really not Nigeria's problem. All I came to do is showcase my outfit. So I mean, I don't have all of that. So yes, I mean,
it's insane how social media is pretty interesting. Like, somebody will watch this video and you'll be wondering, like, how did you think about that?
Yeah, there are different thoughts.
Like,
yeah,
how did you think about that?
Just
Like
being herself,
like
and
how
showing
is she
herself,
Tinubu?
like, I don't know
is
what
she the
you want
governor
her
or the
to do.
president? Is she because she's a celebrity?
Do
Means
they,
that
do they realize that she's not in the good books of these leaders because of her stance in the last election? What do they want her to do?
No. She should just be sad and gloomy and not
Underdevelopment
celebrate her life.
many more to
I don't
enable
even see
healing.
anything extreme in what she did.
It's okay.
It's just a regular.
It's all right.
The comment was just not necessary.
All right, Alera, quickly, let's take your story.
Oh, my story is Ogun nurse protests doctor's assault on student nurse. The nurses with Ogun State Hospital in Abeokuta joined their colleagues to get mobilized regarding. So they were mobilized during the rain. It was raining and they had to go and protest against one of their colleagues that was assaulted. The final year nursing student was assaulted by a consultant orthopedic surgeon, Nuruddin Adekunle. And Nuruddin, one of the staff of the hospital, was reported to have slapped the students at the theatre suite on the 24th, which was last week. And now they are protesting against him to say that shouldn't be allowed. The nurses were chanting and singing songs, referring to their grievances and bullying of nurses. For me, I feel like this type of situation happens almost everywhere, but the fact that you had to bully somebody mostly in public and every other person saw it, and I think it's something that is like they've been doing a lot in the hospital, and that's the reason why most of those nurses actually had to stand against
nurses always
abuse.
feel like they are disrespected by
I mean, and I think it happens. It happens.
Even doctors.
Yes.
Especially doctors.
Like, why would they even slap her? Like, I don't understand.
That's sad.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just move on quickly to take a break. When we come back from that break, let's discuss Sean Diddy Combs. Stay with us. All right, tonight we are looking into the case that has captured public attention, the saga of Sean Diddy Combs, a figure synonymous with success in the music and entertainment industry. However, recent allegations has cast a significant shadow over his illustrious career, raising critical questions about the exploitation, accountability, and dehumanization of some artists through their hunger for fame. Now, the disgraced music mogul, 54, was arrested at the Manhattan Hotel on Monday, September 16th at about 8:25 p.m. He is being charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, according to an incitement, federal agents had recovered more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants and about 500 dildos. In case they did not add that, let me add that. I heard that. A report says more than 120 lawsuits were written by more than 3,800 people from across the U.S. to sue the rap musician Sean Diddy. Now, for sexual assault, rape, sexual exploitations, and people like Cassie Ventura, who has publicly accused him of abusive behavior during their relationships. Now, other individuals have also come forward sharing experiences of alleged misconduct through specific names rather may vary across reports. Diddy is still known for, of course, according to the allegations, spiking drinks and hosting his freak-offs, right? As we explore this unfolding story, we'll discuss the specific charges leveled against him, the impact on his career and that of the victims, and the implications for those who have come forward with their experiences. Is it a case of a powerful figure abusing his influence, or does this reflect the darker side that fame, the hunger for fame has, to offer? Okay. First of all, do not watch a Diddy video on YouTube, because once you watch one,
you'll see the rest.
Like literally over the weekend.
You're catching up on it.
How can you just wake up early in the morning? Because she saw me Saturday and Sunday, I was in her house. How can you just wake up early? I said, no verse. Because once I just lift up my phone to switch off my alarm, the first thing I just see is Diddy, and you are compelled, you are drawn to watch the video.
How?
Just the way they caption it, it's like new information. It's almost you are monitoring.
It's your algorithm.
Hey, if you check my algorithm on YouTube now, everything in Sean Diddy comes.
Me too.
God help me.
We had that conversation.
But let me, but let me start with, because NJ is the one that is. She's the one that influenced me, because she only mentioned one name and I had to Google the name Jaguar, right?
Yeah.
She's like, Google that lady name. All the videos is just been on my timeline day to day. NJ, give us the update.
Give us the gist. You don't have the gist. Oh, me, I have the gist. I have a gist. So let me even start.
Wait. I said she get the gist.
So what I wanted to, the gist I wanted to give is the genesis of the fight.
No, hold that one. We'll come back. Let her start from
Of which of the fights?
Of this whole drama that is going on. Something actually happened that triggered the whole investigation.
Okay, that is good information. I'd love to hear that. So, apparently this thing has been on for years. Yeah. Over the years, a lot of people, the likes of Jaguar, right, and I think it's Bobby...
Name? The guy that was in prison?
Bobby J or
one of
Bobby...
the security that was in prison.
Then, you know, there's the bodyguard, PDD's bodyguard. So a lot of people have been coming out. I have been particularly interested in Jaguar Wright's story over time because, you know, she has been name-dropping for a long time. Confidently. On every station, on every channel, on
every opportunity, any podcast
every media that has given her an opportunity, she has dropped. So, and she's not just talking. She's talking facts. She's talking dates. She's talking certain things. She's giving you points that you would know that you had to have been there, or you directly know the person who was there. But it seems like a lot of things happened in front of her for her to know that, see, I can combine a whole lot of stories and tell you a story that would end up being true. And, you know, it's amazing. You see, when I got interested in this thing, just like Uwa said, it was one video. I think I just saw it in the news. In passing. And I watched it, and that was the end. Over time, I think in the last, way before he got arrested, I think now I'm close to maybe about 60 videos that I've watched so far. So your algorithm is not that bad.
I've overtaken you.
No, I'm just even saying, the last time I counted. Yeah. So, because after a while I had to take a break because, you know, sometimes they're just
overwhelming.
Yeah, sometimes they're just pouring so much information and you're sitting down. I found myself sitting down some days and I'm just putting, it was as if I was there. I'm just putting stories. Okay, this person said this. No wonder this happened. No wonder that. So and sometimes I'm like, it's not even your story. Like, it's not even your story to tell. But apparently, PDD, since he was Diddy, Sean,
comes in the
Love,
early 90s.
He's bearing so many names right now. Since he was young, he has actually been a gangster, like serious gangster. But he's one of those gangsters that have like baby face. You know, he looks so,
innocent.
He looks so sweet. And that's why they said there was actually someone who prophesied. I just watched that video today.
A woman?
There was a man, a pastor who prophesied about PDD in 2001. And he was very direct. He said, I've seen, there's a snake, a python, this. You have like a slurry. You're able to convince a lot of people. And in the same tune, you're able to threaten a lot of people in terms of making people do things that you want to do for no reason. And it's not as if it's totally beneficial to them. Because even when you look at the artists that have been victimized by PDD over the years, most of them at the point, maybe their careers were walking up until the point they said, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. And at that point, and then I started to piece things together, and you find out that there were so many good artists that were caught up in that world around PDD at the time, and you just find out that one day they just never existed. Yeah. Like, they just, someone like Jaguar Wright, you see Jaguar Wright today, and she looks like a crackhead. Even when she's talking, it took me a while to start believing her stories. When they started, you know, you listen from her, then you listen from Bobby, is it Bobby J?
They also make him look crazy.
And at some point in time, she even had to say that he had to pretend that he was crazy just so that they don't come for you, because you do something, they come for you. PDD has been penciled down for a lot of celebrity deaths in the last 20 years.
Yep.
PDD allegedly.
Yes, so
you get me?
Allegedly. They not come for you. Nigeria is not far.
Allegedly, from the information reaching my stables, is that PDD is. They keep bringing up the story of Tupac and
Biggie.
And Biggie, yeah.
But they're saying it goes further
Even
than
Michael
that.
Jackson.
They said Michael Jackson.
When
They
they
said the
Prince.
Prince.
Yes.
They said Whitney
Whitney
Houston.
Houston.
Yep.
They said a lot
Britney
of-
Spears.
Aaliyah.
You know, Britney
Aaliyah.
Spears. Aaliyah.
Yeah,
You know, so many people, and you're like,
Wendy Williams
wait,
now.
wait.
Like,
How far does this go?
Yeah.
Even Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
You know, so many things. Like, even, what's this black actor?
I know him, but Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
You know, I was in the US when there was a health scare that he
Yeah.
almost died.
Jamie Foxx. So it goes as far, like you say too much,
you're gonna-
then you're going to turn up.
More live and
You're gonna
there.
turn up there.
So let me come back to you, Alera, because again, you are also of the opinion that some of all of these things, right? They are like
it's linked to
is
something.
linked to something. So maybe you should just quickly explain that.
Okay,
quickly.
so allegedly.
So that alleged
yeah,
matter.
because this is information that we're hearing online and all of that. So while I was scrolling on TikTok, a guy just started talking and he was like, we are all distracted with all of the assaults and all of that, but we don't really know where the genesis of the story came from. Yes, Diddy has always been this way. And yes, he feels like I'm untouchable. There are a couple of videos he has bragged and said nothing, like nobody can touch me. And it's because he had, certain information. So a long time ago, Ciroc reached out to him to be their brand ambassador. And allegedly, according to the story, what they expected was that he was just going to do an influencing work, like a regular influencer. However, Diddy being Diddy, started promoting Ciroc everywhere. Almost everybody wanted to buy Ciroc. Everybody, like all the Ciroc was like, I think they were making about 100 and something thousand cases. When he started, they were making millions of cases of, packs of drinks, and it was amazing. Yeah. Then he now wanted like a share of the money, which they were like, okay, they gave him some certain shares. However, they found out that they were going to be paying him millions of dollars on a monthly basis, which for them, they were like, a black man cannot be making that much money. So they had that reservations. Then there was another product, which was like I think a Scotch drink or so, I can't remember, but something around that. And they had a 50-50 arrangement with Diddy. So Diddy was a 50% part owner of that business. So apparently, because of how he was becoming wealthy and the kind of power that he had, they were not happy that they did that business with him. So they were looking for a way to sabotage the business. So they started doing less production, and then they made sure that the production they were doing was only going to like suburb areas that were not as prominent. So it made the product look cheap.
The sales also
yes,
dropped.
It made the product look cheap. The sales dropped, and Diddy had to do an investigation. And he found out that, yes, these guys were actually trying to cheat him and sabotage him. And then he filed a lawsuit against them. But unfortunately for him, these people have the owners of the world behind them. And those owners of the world, of course, wouldn't want any other person except them to have the kind of power. Like, Diddy has been a problem. So this situation...
So this is now some other quotas saying that this is just an attack on his finances.
Yes.
But let's come back to this topic.
Yeah. So this whole situation was now what made them trigger. According to the gist, they were the ones that pushed Cassie to take the case to the feds. So that they can now start investigating him for his main crimes. Like,
well, you see now, this crime, let me come to you, Mary. I don't know how far you followed the case. But this crime, is it possible for us to isolate any? Because the way it's going,
there's a lot of
is that
people
everyone's going down.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I feel like it's tricky, and because I think the story about him trying to get bail, and I think someone was saying that the reason why he might get bail is because
his life is in danger.
No, not about his life. The people that are going to go down with him, I feel like there's much more at stake than just, say we want Diddy to go down. Like, if Diddy is going down, every other thing is going to be opened. And it's wide, like it's industry wide. I mean, both
Jay-Z,
a lot of people,
like they've
Oprah,
called, look at now, Obama. Like, people, so literally, in fact, they brought it back down to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Our Burna Boy. In fact, Diamond Platinum in, where is that his country?
Yeah.
Burna Boy, Davido.
Yeah, because if you wanted to be a star, if you wanted to,
industry,
it was something
so in fact, that is why I said it just got overwhelming for me, because there is no end in sight to where this guy has not gone to.
Yeah.
Now, do you see that? I mean, when you saw the the parties, the 50 foot
Mattress,
bed.
yeah.
What are you using it for?
No,
Even
but
pastors like T.G. Jakes, people
Tyler
like
Perry.
Oprah,
Like, why are you there?
Tyler Perry. There is absolutely nobody that is not linked to this guy. So if at all now the allegations are correct, is it not the fact that some people are just hungry for fame?
No,
That
but-
is why they are involved in this thing. Or is it actually that this guy was just exploiting people? Because I choose not to believe it.
Do you have a problem with the freak offs? Because I feel like
I have a problem with it too.
I feel like back then, I mean, I think it was
They were
just
always
it's
having
a
wild
thing, and I
parties,
don't
yeah.
think
They were
what I
always
have
having
a
wild
problem
parties,
with is
recording.
Yes, the
Yeah.
recording,
No,
not
no,
I don't
it's not the
necessarily
recording I
have
have a
one with the
problem
freak
with
off.
it.
What's-
I have a
Why?
problem with the freak off.
What do you mean? If I
go to
if
your
I'm
party,
organizing a
no.
freak off, you're not
No,
gonna
they-
invite
people
you.
know
You
that
choose to
things
come.
like that
Let's
happen.
talk, so let's talk one at a time. If I
Yeah.
come to your party, you offer me your brownies,
Yeah.
all those your lace
Yeah.
things, and I say, oh, sorry, I don't do those
Yeah.
kind of thing. I just want water, and you spike my water, and
That's a
in the
criminal act.
night I wake up, I be in the morning I wake up, I don't know what has happened to me. Of course, that's criminality.
Yes, and then
So in those
Yeah.
days, when I go to a party, you understand, it is okay for me to say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't do this.
Yeah.
And I come and I'm clean, I go back, I can attend your party. But now, whether you choose it or not.
But you're saying all of them at the freak offs were being
Hey.
were
all of
being,
his freak offs.
Yeah,
Hey.
so are you saying everybody that attended the freak off, them TD Jakes and all, they
Yes,
were all
compromised. Yes,
Ha,
that's
let's take a
what
break.
the problem is about. Because
Let us take
Okay.
a break.
Oh, you don't get it, girl.
you don't get it.
Hey, that's why they say this matter. They don't even they touch her. We can't even scratch it. But we are coming back. Stay with us. We're back. Hey, this matter, I don't know why we touched it. We can't even go far. So we're having a conversation about exploitation and the hunger for fame around this PDD stuff, right? Please, let's hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join this conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-4663. You can also call. Our numbers to call is 07025007749, 07014242420. Those are the numbers to call. Remember to turn off the volume of whatever device it is that you're watching us from. See, my ladies, let me tell you something. I go talking like that. You see, these days, when you hear the things that people do, just in the name to be popular, to be amongst who is happening, it is just alarming.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It is alarming when you hear what people are doing. So for me, I feel like there has to be an element of you inside of you. There's something that that there's an element of that attracts you to this kind of people. Look at Justin Bieber's song that he brought out, where he said, oh, he did it for the fame and whatever. He never knew that it would take his own soul. At first, you are, oh, I want to drive Lamborghini, I want to drive Ferrari, I want to do this and all of that. So for me, I don't think we cannot, because you see, it is okay for you to pick a scapegoat and say PDD, one thing. But you see, everybody right now, everybody that has been linked, if truly there wants to be any level of fairness, as he is going to jail, you should have a lot of long list of people going to jail.
Of course,
Leonardo DiCaprio, Ashton Kutcher, Jennifer Lopez, Kim Kardashian. They are just too many.
So the thing now is, what I've gotten to realize based on all of this story is that,
let's say Mary don't go freak off party. Mary, confess now.
So people don't intentionally
you might just see your video tomorrow.
So what he basically does is, there's this girl, Keisha. She was very famous at the time, but because of Diddy, she left the music industry. Like, she removed herself and went to a remote place to go and stay. So what happened with Keisha was that herself and her manager had a meeting with Diddy and a couple of other famous rappers, and they gave her and her manager a drink. So she was talking when they handed the drink to her, and from the side of her eyes, she noticed that the people sitting on this side were watching. Like, when somebody is watching you,
make sure to drink that drink.
So when she noticed it, she now quickly looked at her manager and noticed her manager had drank it, and she was like, okay, let me just watch and see what will happen. Next thing, her manager was all chatting. The quiet girl now started chatting. Next thing, she was all trying to take off her clothes. And that's when she suspected that her drink was laced. So what happens, like you were saying, that is it that they will not know? You will not know because your drink will be laced. Just like Justin Bieber. He was colluded into doing it. His drinks was laced, and then he was recorded doing things that.
So that they hold it as evidence against
so it's just like
you,
maybe they recorded him sleeping with a younger person or an underage child. Yes, and then the next thing they have videos, and which he has thousands of videos of people, and that's what they will now use against you to say, you know, if you put this thing out there, it's going to destroy your career that is just starting. And then they were like, okay, I won't show anybody, you're just going to be. But he has now been exploiting people based on all of those tapes.
So you think
it's over until he's ready to do. It's just like the book that his ex-wife wrote before she died. If you read the book, because I mean, it's all over TikTok. Every day somebody's reading each of the chapters. And when she was explaining everything that happened, the one that shocked me the most was when she found out she was pregnant with the twins they have now. And when she found out, at first she wasn't sure if it was for Didi, because he used to give her as party favors to politicians, to famous people, top executives in different organizations. So she was like his whore, right? And then she was pregnant for him. So when she told him the news that I'm pregnant, she said at first she was thinking that he was going to be like, oh, why did you get pregnant? Don't you know you're not supposed to get pregnant? And the next thing, he was happy. And I said, okay, no problem. We'll go to the hospital, but we need to make some calls. And then the thing he was saying, I don't want to mention, Will Smith is already an accomplice that they mentioned. They say, what's Will Smith going to say? What's Jada going to say? We need to get them to, to have fun with you before you give birth. It's in the book. And she was like, I'm heavy with twins. I don't understand. I said, no. They need to have fun with this. And
how far can So I get it that people want to explore.
Yeah.
Because based on everything that has been said,
they didn't expect.
They wanted to explore sexual desires and fantasies. Because if not, what will I use to explain a 50-foot bed? What do I want you to do?
I have 100 people.
Do you understand? So you have like 5,000 people
bed.
on the same bed doing all sorts of things.
Well, this thing goes far and it's done for different reasons. I mean, there are people that come with sexual desires and want to explore. There are people that come and they want to make it in life. It's kind of like...
It's like they say there's a norm, because almost all the celebrities they know is there.
You're in the music industry, you're not doing so well, you meet someone like PDD, come on. You will leak his shoe.
So are you saying that PDD was exploiting people, or you would say that a lot of the things that happened to the people was as a result of their hunger for fame?
No, we exploited them.
So which would you stay with?
There were exploitations, and there were people that willingly accepted, because that is the life.
Anything for fame.
It's not just any, like you said.
You want
some
your
of them
career
is
to
for
grow.
fame. Some of them is just for the
to get bread,
just to
enjoy
life. So that's why I'm saying that going into this, there's no one school of thought. Everyone came with their different
enjoyment.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what it means? No, I want to understand, because
like
based
Cassie.
on what Cassie said, how he goes and people like literally bring different people to have sexual intercourse with her.
It's no longer
that's what she was doing.
It's no longer pleasing to her.
Nah.
But guess what? He already has something on her. So where is she going to? She would never make it in the music industry.
She would have ended up dead.
She would end up either dead or forgotten. It's one of the two things.
Which we had a lot of people like
we
that.
watched them do it to, was it Chris Brown when he had an issue with Rihanna? He was wiped off for almost a year. They bought all his, Jay-Z bought off, allegedly, Jay-Z bought off all his records. It wasn't in the market. So he wasn't making any money.
That guy don't suffer.
So there are a lot of levels to, you have to be willing and open-minded to accept all the information that you get from this story, because if you don't have the full information, or if you don't open yourself
to... But will we ever get the full information though? You know why I say this? Because let me tell you something. There's nobody where you know right now whenever they never link to this man.
Yeah.
There's Obama. There's what did they call him? Donald Trump self. Yeah. Different people have been linked to this guy. So the point is, this is when I will go back to Alero's conversation, right? Would we ever get the real gist? Would the FBI be open enough? Let us even see the freakiness of these people. Because the truth is... Why?
Because of the people in
Maybe let me show you what the videos.
I don't want them to show me the video.
The videos
so
are leaking.
I just want them, anybody that is inside those videos, all of them should go to jail.
Yeah.
No, and their names
all of them go to
They
jail.
can't all go to jail. So there are certain people
there are people that would go to jail because they traffic underage people. But you can't send people because they are having a sex party It's the
For
people that
attending
brought,
the sex party happens
no,
a
it's
lot,
the
right?
people that brought the underage kids there. It goes all the. Do you understand? It's all the line.
But
It's
like
not,
like they will say regarding sex,
Mary, she's suspicious
consent.
right now.
No, she's just
No,
laughing
she's
because
being
she doesn't
realistic
understand
because
why
it
you are
happens.
because you're sticking to one part of the story,
Which is
it's
the sex.
not the freak
That's
off that
not
is
the freak off is not the
the
problem.
whole issue. It's just amazing to know that there is this man who everyone has thought of a different symbol for years, and all of a sudden it's the same. Amazement and astonishment we had when we heard about Will Smith, when we heard about Cosby, R. Kelly.
Yeah. In fact, it's really crazy.
You're just first of all shocked, but I'm saying that for you to even get a glimpse of what is going on in that world, you need to be open-minded to accept everything you get, because you're going to get even the spiritual and the physical, because there's a spiritual part of this. Because they said some of these things were fetish.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and they were occultic initiations and all of that.
So it goes all the way. Is it the black eye of most celebrities? There's so many things that I know that I can't even still explain till now. I'm still trying to figure out, okay, who has a story that can make sense?
Yeah.
Because all we're trying to do is make sense of how this guy went unannounced, if you understand what I mean. Everybody knew what was going on. Down to his bodyguard, down to the girls. There were so many people. And you're like, how was this thing not blaring on CNN and BBC till now?
Yeah. It's just like the way Prince died.
Somebody who had cameras everywhere. Nobody ever ran into his house for a party, pretended to be a guest, and just made away with a box of a black box.
So even from the reports, right, I listened to one of the videos, and the guy said that even if you came with your personal bodyguards and all of that, they block them all out. Yeah. They don't let them come in. So you don't have any, literally you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
So you go into
Diddy parties don't have phones.
Hey.
Like there were videos online where they were going on a boat cruise.
I saw one that Jay-Z snatched.
And someone takes like a big bag.
Have you seen the movie Blink Twice?
I was gonna say that. Watch that movie and you get what we're saying.
Mary,
is it on Netflix?
Continue the conversation.
Tell us.
No, that's advertising.
No, but I want to understand. So I get it that the freak-offs are not the core, because it means that a lot of people do. That's what they call orgy parties or whatever it is now. Right? I will never attend one, because honestly, you can't catch me in those kind of things.
Why? I think you should just to.
I can't.
Just to see.
For experiment.
Don't take this thing away from where we're.
Because I'm suspecting the three of you right now. But I cannot attend orgy party.
Nobody's talking about that.
Wait. The reason I'm saying this is that, see, if you expose your mind to certain kinds of things, it also informs how you begin to see life. I think over the years, right, because we are so, and this is the same thing that goes with pornography and everything. Now, what has happened is that people do not even have boundaries anymore. You don't know where to draw the line. I mean, before, it was okay for us to, as young girls in university, let's go for a party. We all go. But nobody would lace your drink or what. It is, you have to say, I want to. No, I'm saying it was later. It started happening. No, it was later. There was a party I had. In fact, that was why I never attended. Let me finish. That was why I never attended one party in the university. The first day as I just land university like this, they just tell me, say, if you go party, even your food, they go use Igbo cook. They go use Igbo cook this. So they said there was a time that some group of girls went for a party. The jollof rice, the chicken, everything was sweet. They were just eating. They had laced it with weed.
So if it's
by the time they woke up in the morning, they didn't know what had happened to them, and the guys took advantage of all of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So because of that scary story I had, I never attended one. My life was triangle: church, school, back to my hostel.
Wow. Imagine people who never had the story.
You know,
yeah.
What I was
and
now
say, went. Yeah.
Imagine in the early 80s and 90s, Bill Cosby went to Larry King. You know Larry King. He went to Larry King and he was talking about Spanish fly. And how we used to put Spanish fly in ladies' drink. He was talking about it on national TV and nobody arrested him. Up until they had to start doing investigations and women were coming out that, Bill Cosby's method was lacing women's drink with Spanish fly, which is an aphrodisiac that makes women feel extremely horny without planning to. And this is something that he has been doing for years.
But the question I
he
want to
wrote
ask
a book.
For what you just said, that is to tell you that the corporates You understand? There are a lot more than they are trying to project.
Way more.
You understand?
A lot.
So how do we now truly find justice? So it is not about identifying and isolating one person, or to say this is the person we are going to hang.
Well, the individual will say, okay, at least we've started with someone.
Yeah,
right?
that's what it is. No, but it's a lot. It's just like Epstein.
Come on,
he died. They ended up dying in jail.
Yeah,
when
these people are called on when it's their time. When their cup is full, they call on you. You're the one. It's like like in a mafia.
It's your turn now.
You are going to go down for the entire team because everyone can't go down. So you're going to go down so that by the time you go down, people kind of
relative calm.
Yeah, and then we can continue our business and run back. But don't worry, we'll take care of you. But hey, that's when you get to jail. You'll find out if you are going to find out if you're going to make it or not.
You know, one very interesting thing I've realized about TikTok, as much as it has a lot of information and the likes. I remember last year there was different videos going up, and they were saying that 2024 is the year of truth. Yeah, that so many truths will come out that the whole world will be shocked. And now I'm looking back at last year, watching those videos, and I'm like, damn.
No, but the thing that launched this year was Shay Shay's and...
Guess what?
What's his name?
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams' podcast.
Yeah.
That podcast has about 74 million views.
And did they try to kill him? On that video, again, Amibo, on that video, somebody said you should go back to that video and watch it again. You will see Shay leaning like he was scared. All through, he was sitting down this way, and Kat was at the edge of his seat, confidently saying, Shay was scared. So which means that he knows that him too is probably not safe.
No, he knows. They took down his...
So how do we move forward?
His show.
So wait, so are you trying to say to me that these things have gone on over the years?
Yes. Your favorite.
We don't want to... But I feel like... So, for instance, nobody can tell me now that I need to go and do certain things and do it because, you want to be famous.
I will expose myself.
That you don't
see that
want,
video
that you don't want to do it.
I will expose myself.
Huh?
That you don't want to do it doesn't mean another person is not.
See, what we're looking at as what is happening on PDD's side for fame and fortune, as you are saying it, is like what Yahoo boys are doing in Nigeria.
Killing people and just...
It's just
because I hear that they do that in a lot now. So maybe some social media influencer said, one celebrity took her to his house, locked the door, and tried to rape her. They tried to use her for a ritual. These are the kind of things that happen, like all the underage girls that they talk about, the girls that they are trafficking and all. There's a particular girl that was talking about her story, and she said they call them the party favors. That all the underage girls, when they bring them into the Diddy's party, they line them up and put them on a table, and they wear a certain outfit. And then they're like, people just come to make their pick, and then they just take. And these girls are all underage. And now there's even drugs. I'm hearing that the Kardashian sisters are also involved. Like, it's crazy.
Naomi Campbell as well.
It's so crazy. Like, the number of people that will go down with this whole drama. But me, I want the FBI to not forgive anybody.
Because that's the point I'm trying to make. Because let me tell you something. It is okay for you to isolate PDD and say...
Who controls the FBI?
They shouldn't
forgive
everybody.
Who controls
but
the
what
FBI?
are you guys saying? You guys are talking like... It's just like asking about voters card in Nigeria. Come on, you guys, come on. The fact that in Nigeria we see it glaringly does not mean that when we see it abroad we shouldn't know the difference. It's the same thing. The people you're talking about, the list of people that you're talking about, Prince Harry, are you serious? Do you know how many people are going to go down? You want Prince Harry to go to jail? It's not going to happen.
Allegedly,
he was there as a party.
Yeah.
The highest thing that would happen is probably allegedly. They say that that the reason why the FBI took hold and confiscated everything is so that they can get back the information that PDD had.
There was a lot. He had too much
He had too much information on too many people. So as PDD, I can wake up in my shorts in the morning and be like, come.
I want to bring this person down.
And now he makes the video now.
I think I should be invited to a royal wedding. Hello, Harry.
I am untouchable. That's what he kept saying. I am
what you say? I'm in London next week. Maybe I should come to like something like that. Harry's like, I just attended your party like 1 or 2 times, but I got a video of you, and you don't want the world to see that.
A lot of
that's what you're gonna get.
A lot of VPs
or
of
your star, still up and coming star. You want to make music. They tell you if you're gonna make it, you have to please him, her,
Yeah.
they, we.
So
share.
this brings me back to the
Come on.
podcast that I watched on Honest Bunch, where what's his name? Kunle Remy was talking, and he said this was how, before I think Gouda Ultimate Search, where he was trying to get into like the popular and everything, that he got apparently the guy that he met did not know that the that he was the wrong person that came. He thought it was the person that they had already prepped, and immediately the guy gave him baby oil, like was it candle or something, and walked upstairs. By the time he came back, he was looking at the baby oil, was looking at, and he started praying. I mean, you need to go and watch that thing. So that's to tell you that this baby oil transaction,
it's been happening
even within Nigeria here,
yeah.
because I've heard those things that a lot of guys that are doing well, they've had to bend over. So this is a bigger issue than we think.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that I think for us to be able to kill this thing, you have to be able to kill some part of your desire and hunger for fame. Because that is the only way these people can feed off of you. You understand? If you tell yourself, say, if this is the price for fame, I'd rather not do it, and walk away, this thing will die down. Because as it is now, it seems like there is no end in sight. In fact, what I have heard in this Nigeria safe
died down.
Do you understand? Not even break it. I'm saying that the kinds of things that I've heard that is even going on within Nigeria, that you cannot be successful in certain quotas because you have to do certain things. Do you understand? So it's not even a PDD thing. It has gone so wide. So for us to be able to curb these kinds of things, we as individuals need to tell ourselves there is a limit to where we draw the line. You understand? There's a limit to where I draw the line. It's not everything that I must do because I want to be famous. If this is what the price for fame, I'd rather be poor. I'd rather be broke. That is how we need to get to, because where it is now, it means that you can't turn anywhere. Our children are not safe. People are not safe.
Sometimes I feel like it's not even really portrayed. The way I'm saying it doesn't come.
It doesn't. It's not like
it's not really like that, you know. Because when we look at it, I was just thinking to myself how, I mean, we have bronze girls, and I mean, it's almost like almost the same thing. You have a sugar daddy, like. I mean, these are just, you know, subtle levels.
So the only difference is that they get recorded.
The higher you go, you bought an iPhone 16, is doing you. The next one is out. Who attains a level of wealth and wants to come down? Sometimes it's also about maintaining that standard that you put for yourself, and then you're just in the fix. We've had it with bank MDs, we've had it with CEOs who get to a point and you get to a fix where your bonds are just like, oh, this is what you have to do.
Or you to be promoted.
What do you do? What do you do?
Hey, God.
There are MDs who have been killed, maybe sent to another country, to another brand for something. They've been assassinated. It's so many things. It's out of war. It's the war that happens with life. So, I mean...
what I wanted to quickly just touch was, when I talked about Brekete, so a lady in the north came to the show to expose a famous politician that actually what he does was, when she was younger, they met, had sex, and he videoed it. She got married, and then he used it to blackmail her to sleep with him again. He still recorded it and then showed her that if she doesn't go and sleep with his friends, so he has some other politicians. It's not like they're his friends per se, but they are politicians that he's also targeting. So he actually has a lot of sex tapes of so many politicians, which he has sent somebody he's already using as to get those guys. So it's like a repeated cycle. He's getting more people who are his victims to seduce politicians who he will now put in trouble, get their sex tapes, and use it to blackmail them. It's happening in Nigeria.
So I don't think it's.
So how do we break this cycle? So I'm trying to find a solution.
Because the government were expecting to do this.
This cycle is way bigger than you.
They are the ones even doing it, not us.
This thing is way bigger than you. You break cycle.
No, I don't want to believe that there's no solution to this problem.
Well, it's not a personal solution.
No.
It's not we're not the ones to do. Everybody has to just decide where they want to go.
What are people who are willingly gay? What's that?
No, that's a separate
conversation. I'm just saying, like the whole point is because the freak offs they're doing things that are a bit abnormal, away from the norm. Abi? And what of people that they were getting to a world where everybody's coming out to say yes, I'm confident in this. So how do we stop down?
Do you understand? So it's a personal thing.
Now, wow.
You put limits
fear
to,
me,
just like you said.
I'm actually covering my children in the blood of Jesus.
Yeah,
hey,
the best you can do is, like the Bible says, teach a child in the way that he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it. So at the point where he gets to this point, or where he maybe wants to make music, and he gets to meet someone like this or someone similar.
Should we just avoid certain careers?
You can't avoid it. It's everywhere. It happens in the office. It happens it happens everywhere. It's just different. You know, there's just different levels to this thing.
CEO of multinationals are on this DD's list, and they are presidents of that. Like this last week, so many of them
resigned because they knew that they were coming for them.
Because they're like, your name is there, okay, advice to resign, so that before the story comes out, they're no longer.
You don't embarrass the entire company.
And in fact, that is what is rumored, that's why TD Jakes handed over to his daughter.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
So many it's not just him. There's so many pastors, so many CEOs, so many people.
So many
just going in the dark.
Everyone
has disappeared now.
Everyone.
Because
you see, a lot of people have not posted.
If you've ever been, the threat now, the general threat is, it's not just if you've ever been in a Diddy party. If you've ever been at a freak-off, if you've ever met Diddy, if you've ever done business with Diddy, if you've ever been partied with Diddy, whether it's at his freak-off, at a club, but if you know Diddy, like it's...
In fact, the one that the video has been going viral is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
They said, who is the number one on your list? It was him. They said, that one now. Voila, they were, okay, so I think we are done for
and
today.
it's not just sexual. There are the guns, there's the
violence,
whole racketeering and everything.
Then the
drugs,
sex trafficking.
There's
then the drugs and all of that.
It is murder.
Whoa. It is well. We'll keep on watching this space. God protect our children. And please, I'm begging anybody. You understand? Justin Bieber has sang it that it was not worth it, losing his soul. It's never worth it. I can tell you for free. It might be sweeting you now. I'm dry. I'm going in PJs. I'm doing that, but it's not worth it in the end. If you kill that greed, that part of you, you understand? I think you can survive. You don't have to be too wealthy. Just live a normal life. God will help us all. Thank you so much, NJ, Mary, and Alero. My sister, God will help us. We cannot come out. Before we go, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, and invite your families and friends to watch and follow the conversation now. If you missed our quote for today, where is my quote? It says, the sexual abuse and exploitation of children is one of the most vicious crimes conceivable, a violation of mankind's most basic duty to protect the innocent. And this is where, what's her name? Oprah Winfrey is being called out, and what's his name, Tyler Perry. In fact, there's just too many things. God will help us. We'll keep on checking the story as it unfolds. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey guys, it's Oluchi for Raise Breakfast. Thanks for always tuning in. Our research has shown that you're probably not subscribed to our channel. What are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you never miss out on our latest content and stay in the loop with all things Ways. If the channel grows, it means more great content for you guys. So hit that subscribe button now.